it's talking about what you did, going in on your own just with John, no information. The same with the last drop of Gee's Ridgeline.
Oh, no. You did that
Pushed up and did it with just a mate. And had
wicked.
no information. And
Yeah,
you're on Instagram, looking at finding vids of it being done. You're like, okay, but he did the one before as running. And that's
mate, any hint
not
is
running. And
yeah.
But man, I went far. Dumb. Went dumb far.
That's massive.
Scratched on my lens on my stem of my goggles, headbutting the bars. GoPro came off. Bent my seat sideways down, so it was the top of the seat was in line with the seat post. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bruised all my bum and thigh.
So you
didn't crash,
overcompensated
but just
in
the
speed.
Heaviest one. Yeah.
I'm always well
Good
impressed.
experience though.
Yeah.
And then you did it with no help and did it bad.
It's cool though. I'm always well impressed with Gee's builds. I always think are really impressive because they require so much speed. He does everything.
And skill. Nothing's ever whenever you see his edits, you're like, that could have had another week of prep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's no, that's ready.
But they're always such high speed. It's it's my opposite. It's my jumps wise, hitting jumps at that speed. I don't even know what a bike does at that speed. Even in
Yeah. But he doesn't need to ride him that fast. I think that's just him. He's you see doing 80-foot step downs on some kind of rocky loose landings.
Yeah.
And you can see his bum drop off of lips he's racing them, which just means you could do the line slower, but no.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
So cool.
Yeah.
And when he did that ridge line, I remember chatting to him about it, and he's similar to what Johnny was doing on the big hardline double. He's braking and then letting go.
Yeah.
Which just means he's riding it just like a boss, but unnecessarily fast because the edit's so sick. Watching him between stuff is so aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sick. Big fan.
Yeah, I am too. All of the lips look it's because he's going so fast. The lips look like they're big compressions, and then the bike's sumped and then sailing.
There might be a product of how it's built. It's built to do it at the correct speed.
100%.
That he probably does.
Yeah.
And then he'll do a day of race runs down it, and then the cameras come on. And like you say, the lips look like they're wrong because they actually are. They're not built for that speed anymore, but he's just charging.
Going so
really
quick.
Cool. Probably why I got the last one so wrong, because I'm I probably watched his vid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then I pulled and he raced.
It's weird to think that's the difference on a mountain bike is that much, pulling or racing, isn't it? The outcome
makes that
is so
big
big
difference, doesn't it?
Especially on a drop.
Yeah.
And on a jump. But then on a moto, you've got a throttle, which is even worse. Sorry, I'm thinking back to
Very cool art. You know, Bren's The Rock, obviously you were there, the big drop. Imagine for one speed, the variety of distances you could go based on what you did off it for such a slow feature.
Yeah.
It'd be 25-foot variance, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I find it.
And he gets it perfect.
We were talking. I was talking about that with someone. We weirdly talk about sports psychologists. We're talking about what you say to. I was talking to my brother, who's a basketball coach, and he was talking about what you say in the timeouts. I was just asking him
that's a cool question.
Nerd
I want to know the answer.
But it made me think. It made me think about because I can't really at Rampage. I don't know how to be a coach on any sport, whatever. But I think about what I'm saying more on Rampage finals day than the rest of the time, and I know I think about it a lot. So before finals, obviously we're all trying to just make it a slightly light-hearted experience. It's horrible, as you know.
Yeah.
But I'd always ask Brent about his breaking points, and it's amazing the amount of information he can give you on where he breaks up to, because he's working all out on his own, exactly what we're talking about. You got a team around you, but what can I say? Yeah, I reckon that's fast enough, mate. Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
bit more squeeze.
Yeah, I will say when I think I actually have any useful information, but most of the time you know he's going to know better than you can tell from the sideline, isn't he?
Yeah. You know that he knows the answer. He just wants to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then on finals day, I'll just ask him questions and get him to go over it because he'd never done a full line. I think it's really important to remember those breaking points and stuff. And then we were talking about finals day. Obviously, he'd never flipped that canyon. Blah, blah, blah. Going on about Rampage again. But it is sort of interesting.
Big.
So he's never flipped. He flipped that canyon in 2019.
Yes.
He's terrified of flipping that canyon. Literally just like absolutely doesn't want to do it. Morning of finals, rides it and overshoots it like 2 times. Horrible compression up the lip. Went too quick in and just the lip's made so you can go make a downhill bike, go upside down and travel 50 foot.
Distance, yeah.
So it's like actually a horrible lip. It's not like nice, but it does the job. But I can't then go to him, go slower. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I believe personally that he probably should go slower because he's going to be pulling up and it's going to give him more distance. The flip's going to give him more distance in the instance of a long jump.
Yeah.
God, see, it's so complicated, all of it, actually. And it's what a useless thing to have so much information about.
And then it all just comes together and works.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it. In Leger, there's this really, really off-piste steep shoot, and we were about to drop in, and I said, how are you going to stop? Like, it's one of those ones where you're like, well, you're not. You just got to deal with it when you're down there and slap the rut. And he's like, no, just hit that stump. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, watch this. And he went down, and there's a stump with some dirt on it, which to me is like a lip. Like, don't go off that, because then you're off the ground.
Yeah.
And he, like, did a press up off his bars as his front wheel met it. Got all of that traction that we spoke about before. Do you know what I mean? And got rid of so much speed, and then didn't take off the stump because he got rid of that speed and, like, used it as a reset. And then, you know, you're like, great, that's how you do it, and I can't do that.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
But like,
it's
like,
true.
It's interesting. He's a king at braking, but I'm looking at that thinking, right, don't hit that, and he's looking at it and saying, that's my ticket.
So interesting, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think your strong points were as a racer, and what do you think your?
I actually think I was really good at braking.
Yeah,
which is so weird. Like, not like him, but I do think that I was. The art of it, a lot of those big downhill races, especially like big events in Europe and things where it's not dirt, you're on rock a lot, is just not locking up.
Right.
Because you start locking up and you're on some steep with a bit of camber, like you fall with the camber the second you lock.
Okay. Hey, man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
Oh, my face?
Yeah.
And so they can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.